Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public. It's Friday, September 29, 2023. Another profitable night for everybody who tailed the show on the diamond. We'll tell you how we did in a little bit. We're the only segment that combs through early betting patterns by the public, tells you exactly where the money is going and where those wagers are a little bit misguided. Today, we're going to go through 5 Major League Baseball selections that has received a majority of the early money wagered, explain why you need to steer clear of these patterns. Before we get to our game, a couple things. I thought it would be fun to start a segment inside the segment called All Time Friday. And what that means is which teams are best all time against the number. And today we're going to keep it real simple. We're going to give you the best and the worst teams against the money line in Major League Baseball, and this goes back to 2005. No, it's not a handicapping tool, just something fun. Coming in at number 3, and these are the best teams, coming in at number 3, Tampa Bay Rays at 1.77 units. You can already tell, the majority of Major League Baseball since 2005 has lost money if I just blindly bet them all, and you would be 100% accurate. Number 2, Texas Rangers plus 4.58 units. And the best team to wager on since 2005, is certainly not the story in 2023, the St. Louis Cardinals plus 12.03 units of profit. This year they lost 22 units, 22.13 units of profit. It was still not enough to knock them off that perch, but certainly sent them closer to the number 2 spot than solidifying number 1. It was their first losing season since 2017. Who are the worst teams? Well, we'll start off with the Cincinnati Reds, minus 11.74 units. Coming in at number 2, the San Diego Padres, minus 12.14 units. And the worst team to bet on since 2005, your Chicago Cubbies, minus 12.33 units. And of course, we have a weekend of baseball left, so those 3 positions certainly could change by the time the games end on probably on Monday, because we'll see what happens with the Mets and the Marlins. If you have any questions about sports numbers or want me to run anything for you, please feel free to DM me at Dana Lane Sports on Twitter, or leave them in the comments section on YouTube. Before we get to our games, I want to remind you, at Pick Dawgz right now, I have my 3 top college football selections for Friday. You can buy them as individual games or bundled in a 3-pack, $54.99. Tonight we have NC State, Louisville, La Tech, and UTEP, and Cincinnati, BYU. Another profitable night in college football last night, guys. You think I'm hot in baseball? Pretty good in college football, too. Have won 12 out of my last 15 selections. You can get all 3 games tonight for $54.99. And, of course, another winning night on the diamond as well. We're going to go back for more today. Guardians, Detroit. Tampa Bay, Toronto. Houston, Arizona. Get all 3, $49.99. And, of course, you can buy each individual play. Each package always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. Last night, 3-1 on the show with the Mets and the Fish suspension. That kind of helped us a little bit, but nice plus money winner with the White Sox. That got us off to a good start. That brings our show record to 32-13, 71% winners. We'll see if we can keep that up. Let's get to tonight's game, starting in Detroit. Cleveland versus Detroit. Cal Quantrill, Joey Wentz. The Guardians are a small $1.06 road favorite with 74% of the money in on the Tigers. This is an old theory that I've used in various sports, mostly the NHL, where it works really well. But we know it's Miggy's last 3 games. Emotions are going to be high there. Betting patterns always seem to favor the team with the celebration. More times than not, emotion works against them. We're going to take the Guardians, minus $1.06. Game number 2, Philadelphia Phillies, New York Mets, Tyon Walker, and Tyler McGill. The Phillies are a small $1.17 road favorite, which the public has pounded with 93% of the money. The number hasn't changed from the opener, which tells us probably small, insignificant money is coming in. But what a debacle last night in New York, and they certainly have to turn right around, play another game today. By the way, weather's going to be an issue all weekend there. We're going to try to get one of these games at least, because I think there's going to be more rainouts, which is certainly not what anybody in the wild card standings at this point wants to see, especially the Fish, who we're basically out there with the groundskeeper last night trying to get this thing going. This game means nothing to the Phillies. They've clinched the top wild card spot. I would expect the lineup to reflect that. I'm going to take the Mets plus $1.07. Game number 3, San Diego Padres, Chicago White Sox, Nick Martinez, Dylan Cease. Apparently Cease's name still carries some clout. Despite the fact he has a losing record and an ERA that's closer to 5 than to 4. 90% of the wagers are on the White Sox as a $1.40 dog. The Padres obviously did not meet expectations this year, but they still want to get over that 500 mark. I guess that you can send yourself to winter break knowing you were over 500. And they couldn't have a better team served up to them today than the Chicago White Sox, who are mathematically the worst team in Major League Baseball to wager on with almost 32 units lost. Yes, that is worse than the Oakland A's, who are at 30.71 units lost. And we went to the well yesterday, we squeezed a few drops of water from the White Sox. It's dry today. We're going to go against the White Sox. Take San Diego minus $1.40. New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. Carlos Rodon against Jordan Lyles. In the last hour, we've seen some movement on the total with 59% of the money on the over. This number has moved from 9 to 9.5, and Rodon certainly owns a respectable 3.95 ERA against the Royals. Yes, I know it has been a few years since he's pitched against them, but this tells me also, if there's such a gap that the Royals don't have a recent book on Rodon, I really like this situation, whether it's a young kid or it's a veteran. When you don't have recent experience against a pitcher, I really always like to go with the pitcher. Rodon has pitched in 3 straight unders. Jordan Lyles has pitched in 2 straight unders. We're going under 9.5 in this one. And finally, Houston Astros, Arizona Diamondbacks, JP France against Zach Gallen. 67% of the early wagers have been on the over, which has pushed this number up from 8.5 over minus 15 to 9.5 under minus $1.25. This is a massive series with Houston 2 games behind the Rangers for the lead in the American League West and just a game ahead of Seattle for the last wild card spot. Arizona owns the second wild card spot, but still could lose that to the Cubs and the Reds. With Gallen, we know he's going to rack up Ks. We can almost guarantee we're gonna see at least 6 Ks in this game, and he's been in that 9-10 range of late. So the more strikeouts you can rely on, the more you know, hey, look, I can shave 2 or 3 innings off of this game right away. That's why it's really important sometimes to put your money behind a strikeout pitcher with a decent ERA, which we have here. If we can count on 2 of those innings getting taken away, that's a massive advantage to us. And that's 2 more innings. We don't have to worry about the Astros bats. France has not been sharp, but we still remember how good he was right up until about mid-August. He went on that streak where he was 7-0. He had a 1.85 ERA. He was absolutely outstanding. I think this game's going to get his juices flowing a little bit more, considering it's his last start of the year. We're going to take the under 9, and we're getting even money on this game. So just to recap, I'm taking the Cleveland Guardians minus $1.06. New York Mets plus $1.15, San Diego Padres minus $1.40, New York Yankees, Kansas City under 9.5, Houston, Arizona 9.5. Last night we won 3 or 4 decisions, as we said earlier, bringing our show record to 32-13. So let's make sure we add to that today. That does it for today's Against the Public show. Remember, go to Pick Dawgz right now, get my college football 3-pack, $54.99, or purchase each game individually. I also have 3 Major League Baseball winners up. I'll have my college football edition of Against the Public up later today. Each play comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. And if you're confident in what we're doing here, if you like what we're doing, you got a little bit more money in your pocket, purchase a long-term package to ensure your success in 2023 and into 2024. Make sure, please, guys, get involved. We've been on a fantastic run. I hope everybody has stuffed more money into their bankroll over the last few weeks. Thank you for your continued support and your nice comments. Let's keep this going. I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Friday.